Chargers. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Interesting move here. No kicker. They're still going to go for 2. This time it's from the 12-yard line. They'll look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Brady to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Here's Geno. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
He works free, right side. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 85 yards. Touchdown, New England. Point after try forthcoming. And he missed it. That's a rare miss for the veteran. And they are unable to add on the point after. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he'll He'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play it.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down.
Well, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
First down throw there is incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Gino gonna throw for it. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I like the call, using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will score. Touchdown Chargers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
I just can't wrap my head around that decision, Mike. I mean, think about it this way. If you want to go for 2, by bringing your extra point unit on, you have to snap the ball from the 15. If you keep your offense on the field to go for 2, you get to snap the ball from the 2-yard line.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brady. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far. Drive begins with a run by White. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. This is Lewis. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Play action now. The blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it. You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play...
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Brady. That one. Downfield for Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 39 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
Still 1st down.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw. It's Brady. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown, New England.
Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Now, faking the give. Now, a deep shot for Allen. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 75 yards. Touchdown, L.A. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
He'll swing that out wide, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's Lewis. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. On the ground, it's Lewis. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, New England. On the give, it's White. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. He's going to tuck it and go. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Now, Geno. That's deep for the back of the end zone. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down, Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Pats add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
18.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on a two-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and the veteran Jamal Williams set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come. No timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away and probably should have just thrown it. You know, Mike, you you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in. Point after, coming up here. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. This is caught. And he's not going to get there. Very, very curious call. You could have just lined. And gone for it. Instead, they try this and come up empty. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And
it hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on. It is for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Again, working deep downfield. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Out of the gun, he'll throw, and he takes it into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Brady. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. This first half will come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense.
That's down the field and intercepted. And the Patriots will take over possession here at the 44.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit. Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Motion man set right. Quick throw, taken in. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. Here now, 3rd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The biggest biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Finding space at the 40. Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay. And a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that
He is in. Touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdowns. Now how about this? It's a fake. And he will get into the end zone and book the lead up by 2 more.
Certainly unconventional in their wisdom here, but somehow it still works out. I don't think the defensive PAT unit was at all expecting a fake. Remember, the ball's now snapped from the 15-yard line on an extra point attempt. No one's expecting you to fake it, and I think they used that to their advantage.
The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Geno. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a... This entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
On throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Geno gonna throw for it. He's gonna look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So Jim Harbaugh will make the move for the field goal unit. This from 45 yards away. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And that'll be incomplete. How about that call? A fake field goal, but it doesn't come off as planned. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there, but if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down. They'll run over center with White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. They'll run with Lewis. There he goes, inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Jamal Williams. Touchdown, New England. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he's into the end zone again. It's the Octopus. He's got the long run for 6 and punches in the 2, all 8 points for good measure. This taken at the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Chargers offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to air this one out. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
On the toss, they'll run and make it 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. He's into the end zone for the score. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. again, working deep downfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, a deep shot for Allen, and he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Defense. That penalty is declined.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. They go for 2. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Geno now on 1st and 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Now he'll air one out. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive points. After that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On 1st down, here's Geno to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page, and we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of him, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's White. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
That's the mindset I just love seeing from a running back, Mike. His eyes weren't just on that 1st down marker. They were on getting that 1st and some on top of it. That's pretty impressive.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive.
And he will score! Game on! Geno Smith, touchdown Patriots. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like... all too often, and